then to Tether, that is the biggest stable coin in the market from a different light than probably many of you know. So Tether was born in 2014 with a simple idea. USDT, the first currency, digital currency that Tether created, had to solve an issue that was permeating the crypto industry at that time. 2014 was a completely different world than today. In that time, there were just few exchanges. There were Bitfinex, Coinbase, Kraken, Bitstamp, a couple others, not many. And the issue was that in 2013 was the first time Bitcoin broke the $1,000 mark. And what happened back then was that when Bitcoin was growing really fast and going above $1,000, the price of different exchanges like Bitfinex, Coinbase, Bitstamp, they were all differentiated by at least $100. On Bitfinex, for example, you could find $1.1 thousand, on Coinbase 1.2, Kraken maybe 900 or 1,000. The issue back then was that it was really, really hard to be an arbitrager. And the arbitrager job is to keep the prices of different exchanges aligned and make money out of it, right? So, but usually today we are seeing arbitrageurs making money on a few basis points. Imagine making money on 5-10% spreads back then. And the issue was that in order to arbitrage, you have to move quickly Bitcoin from one exchange to another. So moving Bitcoin, so buying Bitcoin, for example, on the exchange where the price was lower, moving the Bitcoin to the exchange where the price was higher, selling there for cash, moving the cash back on the exchange where the price was lower, and so on and so forth. Simple arbitrage technique. But in order to do this, you have to be able, of course, to move Bitcoin really fast, and you can do that. Bitcoin block time is 10 minutes. But moving dollars from one exchange to another was a nightmare. You needed 1 day, 3 days, 5 days, was really, really slow, right? Today, maybe things slightly changed in the primary markets, but imagine a settlement of a wire, an international wire back then, 10, 12 years ago, was truly difficult. And that if it takes more than like a few minutes or at least more than 1 hour, the arbitrage opportunity is really gone. So USDT solved an important need of the market, that was, let's make wires faster. Let's bring the same brilliant technology that was powering Bitcoin into to solve the wires, so that you could have wires that were taking only 10 minutes rather than days. And so that is the start of the journey of USDT. But over time, in 2017 there was the ICO boom, and USDT at the end of 2017 reached the first $1 billion market cap. And then in 2018 kept growing up to 4 billion, and then the massive run. Today, Tether is $107 billion market cap, stablecoin, bigger 30 times than its main competitor. I recently have been asked by many why this discrepancy, and also there are many new projects that are being created in this period on the when it comes to stablecoins. New stablecoins are being created not every day, but on a monthly basis. Yes. And first of all, why everyone and their sisters are willing to create the new stablecoins? First of all, is the stablecoin industry has been proven extremely profitable. The stablecoin industry, as Tether last year had a great year with around $6.2 billion in profits, with less than 100 employees. So it's it was said by some that was probably the most profitable company in the history per person. And of course, it attracts a lot of attention, a lot of interest. So we are seeing many projects, right? So from projects that are similar, well, trying to mimic the approach of Tether, so centralized traditional stablecoins, to more, so from different opportunities we are seeing Athena and others, for example. So, that happens because, of course, the profitability and the fact that it's clear that stablecoins are a part Bitcoin, which I truly love. Stablecoins have proven to be the best and more visible and bigger use case for blockchain technology since the creation of blockchain technology, again, Bitcoin. So, I've been asked why I think Tether is growing that much compared to others, and I think that to me the interesting part and the poetic part about this is that many today think about stablecoins as a way to make money, and they are thinking about stablecoins in a way to also provide different types of utility than compared to a simple stablecoin like USDT. Right, we are seeing yield-bearing stablecoins. We are seeing stablecoins that that are algorithmic, are synthetic. There are really many different nuances. The thing that I like about Tether USDT is the fact that it's simple and it's plain vanilla. The real reason why USDT has become so successful is not because Tether team is particularly good, actually, right? We didn't have even a marketing team up to 2022. So the adoption of USDT across the globe happened organically. Just people testing it, using it, and referring to friends. What happened in 2020, I think exacerbated by the pandemic, was that many countries in many emerging markets, we are thinking that around 5 billion people live in countries that have the national currency devaluating really quickly against the dollar. So I wish that everyone would, living in these countries, could already look to Bitcoin and being comfortable in holding Bitcoins. But the reality is that the majority of these people are really familiar with the dollar. And so you have potentially 5 billion people living in emerging markets. Imagine Argentina or Turkey. In Argentina, the Argentinian pesos devaluated 98% against the US dollar in the last 5 years, and the Turkish lira devaluated around 80% against the dollar in the last 5 years. So if you live in that place, in those places, in those great countries, you are a family, you have a family. You want to protect your family from the bad monetary policies that you see, the only way to do that, and the easier way to do that, the way that it's more natural to you, is to buy dollars. And in these countries, usually dollars have been bought historically in some street alleys, and with the 10-20% spread. And the reality is that local exchanges now allow USDT, and local OTC desks allow USDT to be bought with few basis points in spread. So USDT has been more and more adopted as the choice, as the digital dollar. So you can see how a simple use case with a centralized stablecoin, because I always say that USDT is a centralized stablecoin with a simple use case, with simple reserves, with a simple logic. You send dollars. You send X amount of dollars, we send you X amount of USDTs, we take the dollars, we put them in US Treasury bills. That is extremely simple, and that is something that everyone understands, right? So that the beauty of it and the beauty of USDT as a product is the simplicity and the fact that everyone can look at it and use it. So I think that when we are going to see in the next years the growth of the stablecoin industry, first of all, I want to be clear that I like the diversity of opportunities, right? Different stablecoins are offering different opportunities. But it's important to be clear about the different use cases and the different underlying mechanisms, because I think it's important to be as transparent as possible to the user base. But at the same time, it's in the best Tether interest to ensure that there are many thriving stablecoins in the market, because I think that only being an industry, only being many, only being in multiple voices, we can talk to regulators. We can have a louder voice. We can be considered an industry. If Tether was alone in the industry, it wouldn't be an industry, and we would not be taken seriously from regulators. Instead, we are seeing how regulators all around the world are looking at stablecoins as a great technology, a great use case for blockchain technology, as something to regulate in a positive way, as something that could be potentially and positively impact many countries. We are seeing how USDT in this moment in the US is among the biggest holders of US debt. Today, Tether holds around $90 billion of US debt. If you think about that, for example, a huge country like China, just 5 years ago had around $2 trillion of US debt, and today has less than a million, around $700, $800 billion, means that Tether has around 12-13% in size of compared to what China has, right? Tether has more USD deals than UAE and Spain and Australia. Is just behind Germany. So if you are a country and you always as a country are looking for buyers of debt, especially if and preferably if they come from abroad, that is something that I think Tether as use case demonstrated to be extremely appealing and extremely impactful. So I was told that I had only 15 minutes, so I'm probably going to be kicked out from the stage, but quite soon. But I really thank you very much, everyone, listening to my speech, and maybe we are going to see you around. I'm going to see you around in the next days in Dubai. Unfortunately, couldn't be in presence today, but I will be in the next few days. Thank you very much again.